Well, let's delve into the transfer market now. Liverpool have struck a deal to sign, of course, the highly rated striker Hugo Ekitike in a deal worth about £79 million. The Reds have been locked in negotiations with the German side by Leverkusen. Ekitike only wanted Liverpool and is set to complete a medical in the coming days. The striker has agreed to join the Premier League champions on a 6-year deal. Now let's talk about another transfer story. Manchester United forward Marcus Rashford. Of course, this is Joe Carey's Arsenal, of course, are in talks with Sporting Lisbon to get this young man in, but the talks have been back and forth, but we hope that Arsenal will be able to complete the transfer. But United forward Marcus Rashford is in Spain at the moment to complete a season-long loan move to Barcelona. The 27-year-old arrived in Catalonia on Sunday night after getting permission from United to complete the formalities of a move to Barcelona. Images of Rashford arriving in Barcelona on a private jet circulated on social media, and of course talks between the Spanish giants and United have progressed very swiftly in the last week, with a deal being agreed in principle over the weekend. Meanwhile, Newcastle United, of course, Newcastle United have, that's Eddie Howe, says that he expects Liverpool target Alexander Isak to stay at the club despite strong interest from the Reds. The Premier League champions are ready to break the British transfer record to sign Isak despite already spending £160 million on Florian Wirtz from Bayer Leverkusen this summer. Isak will cost in advance of £125 million, and the Reds will move if they receive the encouragement from Newcastle. All right, at this point, let me bring in Busola Akiyemi, who joins us live now from London to take a look at these transfer stories. Well, Busola, very good to have you with us.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon. Always a pleasure to be on the program.
Well, let's begin, first of all, with Liverpool's deal with Leverkusen for Hugo Ekitike. What do you think Hugo brings to the Liverpool side?
He was bought from Frankfurt. He's a very good striker. He's proven in the French league. He went to the German league, and he's a young player. I think Liverpool, they need to strengthen, apparently after losing a player, unfortunately, through debt. And Ekitike is a very, very good player. He's been linked to virtually all the Premier League clubs. Last season, a lot of clubs were monitoring him and they wanted to buy him. I think at this stage, Liverpool goes.
Well, Busola, Arsenal, of course, the manager says is excited about the coming season. And here is a young man that they have been after, Joe Carey's. Well, what do you think he brings to the Arsenal side, just in case it comes to Arsenal?
I think a lot of people have been calling me the last few days, asking me what is happening with Joe Carey's deal. Is it going to go through or not? And I think people need to understand there are a lot of factors when it comes to players' transfer. A player could agree personal terms. The club could probably not agree terms with the selling club, might not agree terms with the buying club, and there are clauses that need to be ironed out. But I think with information I'm gathering, Gyökeres deal is 85% done. They just need to agree percentage visas and some incentives in terms of clauses where probably what they will get in terms of goal scoring and things like that. I think he's a player also. He's 28 though. We saw what he's done in the Portuguese league, scoring a wonderful goal last season. He scored 44 goals. He scored in the Champions League, well experienced. He's played in England before, played in Coventry, so he knows the country very well. So I think he's a player that will come and develop and show what he has to offer. So I'm very excited that players like Gyökeres is coming to Arsenal.
All right, we cannot end the show without talking about our own Victor Osimhen. Well, Galatasaray, as we understand, are close to completing a move for Victor Osimhen. What do you think about this deal?
So Victor Osimhen will travel tomorrow to Turkey to complete his medicals. The deal is £75 million, which is a very, very good one for Galatasaray, because they bought a player they've been chasing for a while. So Galatasaray would Napoli will get 75 million, but Galatasaray is paid 40 million now and 30 million next year. Also, Galatasaray will be giving Napoli 10% of future sales to Napoli, which is also a good one. And Victor Osimhen will become the highest paid player ever in the history of Turkish league. Is going to be earning a whopping 18 million euros annually. That is really some money for Osimhen. I think it's a good one for Galatasaray. Everybody wanted Victor Osimhen in England, but fortunately, he just didn't walk through. He's gone to where he's wanted. And it's about football. You go to where you wanted. We saw what he did last season. He scored a whopping 37 goals in 41 appearances. He's somebody that can score goal, and he's rejected a 160 million euro deal to Saudi Arabia. So I think congratulations to Galatasaray. They got a player they wanted, and congratulations to Victor Osimhen. We are glad he's finally put his transfer saga to an end, and we hope to see him smile again.
Okay, Busola. Well, you mentioned some of the details of the transfer. 40 million euros to be paid immediately to Napoli, and then 35 million to be made in 1 year. There is also something else that is included in the deal, which is that he should not be sold to any Italian team within 2 years. So, what do you make of that in the clause?
I think it's something that I think which it's really, really good, because sometimes, because he has a certain clause in Italy, sometimes most of these clubs would probably let him go outside of Italy, and then they resell him again for him to come back to Italy. So I think it's a very wise clause to put in that contract. It's a very, very good decision from Napoli, because of course, if you really want him, pay him and don't let him come back to Italy in the next 2 years to probably hurt us. Those are the nitty-gritties of transfers. Most of these clauses need to be put in contracts, and also I forgot to add, if he scores 35 goals in a season, Napoli will be getting 5 million euros, which is also a very good clause in the contract as well.
All right, Busola, there is a sense in which Nigerian fans, as you mentioned earlier, had expected, Victor Osimhen to go to England and, of course, show the world what stuff that he's made of. But Busola Akiyemi, as always, we thank you very kindly for sharing your thoughts with us on Sports Desk.
Thank you very much. Always a pleasure.